Kubera gang, let's get it. Like the video, subscribe. King of Snakes 8. My girl Asha back. Brahma, Varuna, whatever. Big God is there. Lee said, let's crash out. Let's see if the God will really, what's really going to happen. So I'm here for it. And let's get it. Lee's could drop a better album. She could. She could. Sagara still got one of the hardest album covers of all time. Shout out to Glam. Okay, Splash. Wait, is this the right chapter, right? Yes, Splash. So there's Ran and Ganhavra. This time I can feel it too. Was that earlier Transcendental Value the same one? No, it's Lee's, right? I was wondering where she went. So she was over there. Oh yes, because they thought she ran away or whatever. She moved away from them. So that's it. It struck me that her skills weren't as good as the rumor said, but she was hiding her true power. Let's go, Tatia. No, can't you tell just by looking she's trying to lure the enemy away? Really? But what's her plan after luring them? It doesn't matter if her transcendental value is as high as that of a Nastica. Isn't she in grave danger if her body can't even stop the bleeding on her back? Anyway, we have the children with us, so we shouldn't go over there. In the meantime, we should rather. I already know what's finna happen, bro. I could feel it in my bones because we called it last week. Let's take cover first. No matter what it is, it has drawn the gods' attention, and Mr. Kasak is providing us with cover as we retreat. Okay, all right, Kasak throwing hands, doing his thing. We should use this opening to find a place where, to hide from the god. The issue is when I picked a spot, I only had its suitability for the kids in mind, even if it's a more Sorry guys, I'm a little under the weather. I think I'm fighting a cold. The issue is when I picked a spot, I only had its suitability for the kids in mind. Even if it's more a burden on us, we should hide somewhere they can't easily predict. Love me, don't choke. I'm okay. I won't choke. Come on. We have no chance of breaking through the enemy's defense anyway. And if we get away from here, it'll be easier for Mr. Kasak to fight. But boom, this Kasak is as big as the god. Look at my dragon. Drag it up. The Ritra clan, we really out here. She taking off the yaksha fur. Tap. I succeeded in drawing their attention here. Now I will have to keep moving away from Ranopa while keeping my feet on the ground. Fortunately, this area has many islands, so there's always land in sight no matter where I go. So the god's falling in the water. The spear. Is that an attack? The spear is doing something crazy. Kasak can be in the background and he's still the goat of this group. Facts. Still tell them about the realist clan. Dragon clan, we out here, baby. Baby. We out here. So yeah. I like your kitties. That's Xiao Hei. The black one is Xiao Hei. That's your son. You've seen him in my room. That's also your son. You better like him. that's your son. I can't wait for you to watch it with me. Look up. There's Lee looking up after she thing. Yeah. Oh, so yeah. So whatever Brahma Varuna god unnamed god did, they shot an attack towards Lee's, I guess. Okay, you do know. Okay, they're raining down swords of revealing light. Nah, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna use that reference. One Last God, Kubera, story and art by Kurigam, season 3, episode 346, King of Snakes, numero 8. Varuna is running quite late. She kept saying that she could easily get her hands on the vessels that evaded her in Misty Shore before. Didn't you say? So this is Indra and SURYA. Didn't you say the opposition has a dragon half and even Ganhavra, I'll bet, in a weakened state? Even if it's Varuna we're talking about here, she doesn't seem to be in such a position to foster all the such confidence. After all, she's still under the limitations of a summoner. If you're worried about her firepower, there's no need for that. She's summoned via a slightly different method than us, so she can use some special transcendental skills. So it is Varuna, not Brahma. She was also the one who captured Agni and Vayu. Anyway, she's in a much stronger. She's much stronger than usual, as you can see. Was that right? If there's such a superior summoning method, why didn't you let me be the summoner the same way? Be summoned the same way. Ah, we couldn't have that. You were called upon for your ability to track down Anata's body. With the way Varuna was summoned, new skills are created, and a significant portion of one original transcendentals disappear apparently. So I was summoned via the Idha Itu spell because it would have caused you trouble if my tracking ability disappeared. Exactly. And then Surya says nothing. You might get a different request in a different way from you. You might get a summon request in a different way from usual. Different way? Yes, a different way. This is Chandra talking to Surya right now. Unlike the Ida Iti spell, which requests, why did I say that? Iti, why did I do that? Which requests a specific god to be summoned, it's a way of requesting the strongest god to come no matter who it is. The requester's attributes don't need to match the god. So among all the gods who are eligible for summoning, the request gets passed down starting from the strongest god. There was such a method. I've never heard of it before. That's interesting that because I know there's gods that have been summoned that way. We know we've seen, I think Jabril and Laila used this summoning method, the cheerleader method, if you will. It's surprising to me that Surya wouldn't know it existed. I guess it might be a bit of a secret or something that only a specific subset of people can do. Priests could do and stuff like that. So maybe it's very rare throughout history. But I'm surprised Surya has no idea it exists and Chandra would know. But Chandra's smart too, though. I only heard about it for the first time from my last summoner. I don't know exactly when it started, but at least on Willarv, there are records of at least summonings from tens of thousands of years ago. Ooh. Though only a very small numbers of humans know about it, so it's rare. Okay, wow, look at me, knowing shit. But you and I never received such a request, right? That means gods stronger than us always answered the summon first. And those gods hid the fact that there was such a summoning method. Yes, so be on the lookout for it. I can't interfere anymore, but if your resurrection waiting time will soon be over. And right now, there are many on Willarv who are frantic and eager to try that special summoning method. That means there's a very high possibility that you will receive a request of this kind. Okay, interesting. From the moment my resurrection waiting time had ended, I was focused on not missing the summoning request. It was only a short time while there, but in the human realm, over a month had passed. Indra isn't aware, but on the day Varuna was called upon, I was already able to be summoned again. But I never received such a summon request. That means the god they call Varuna is stronger than me. Interesting. So this is finally our confirmation Surya was dead this whole time. Is it because of what happened with Saha? If the summoner gets killed, does the god also die too? I don't remember how exactly that works. But yeah, I guess Surya was dead for a while or in the resurrection time as a fifth Zen nature. Is he a fifth Zen nature god? I think the possibilities are as follows: Agni in case his original summoner dies, or Indra. If these two are already summoned via the Idha Itu spell, then the next possibilities we should be very wary of would be Kali if she somehow regained her power, or Brahma. Kali I understand, but why are you telling me to be wary of Brahma then? Well, if she is judged to be stronger than you, that would mean that she has absorbed power from her creations. The universe, which is already developing into a mess, would be in even more danger. And she, too, could have set her sights on its full-blown destruction. Varuna is weaker than me. It cannot be her. No, I feel this. Because I'd be stewing there like, hold on. I'm nice. I ain't saying I'm goated, but I'm nice. Or the goat. Nah, Varuna not nicer than me. I never got this. Nah, you stewing at that. That's funny. The way I see it, Surya gave Saha an oracle during the cataclysm. Then when he died, probably during the cataclysm, and only now revived. Okay. I feel it. So Surya over there like, she not nicer than me. Humans didn't know Surya had died apparently, which is interesting. And I wonder, because my question, I guess, is did anyone try to summon Surya not knowing this? Man knows where he stands? Yeah. Varuna is weaker than me. It cannot be her. Even if he wasn't aware that I could be summoned. Shouldn't someone as clever as him have considered the possibility that it is another god? No, it's more likely that he knows full well and is putting on an act. As I thought, he is up to something. The intention of resurrecting Anatta, who was killed for being the cause of destruction after only 500 years have passed. The reason for fighting act with Agni and Vayu until now having failed to persuade them. The purpose behind rushing the resurrection despite an entire week remaining. A simple explanation of it being for the sake of the universe is not enough. Just like last time, that bastard could be deceiving everyone around him. That's when he threw the spear through his chest. Perhaps the human was right. The destruction must be prevented. Okay. There's Lee's taking off the cloak. Surya consents it. What's it? Did you find something? Have you finally found Ashura and Garuda? Yes, I can see those two. What, for real? But they are too far away, so it's vague. I'll go closer and check. It would be better to have someone guard this place, so you stay here. Indra. No, we don't trust you. We still don't trust you. Well, during the cataclysm, humans and gods were very separate, so that's probably why. That makes sense, too. That's an obvious lie, says Sagara. Taksaka is the one with Ashura right now. There's Vasuki, too. And why would Garuda be here all of a sudden? He's not even on Willow, is he? I gave him wrong information on purpose. I switched out Taksaka with Garuda. So it was a kind of test? What the heck? I thought you guys were pretty united. But you're just as backstabby as Nastikas. And then Indra, the lightning is flaring up a little bit. Sha, wata, ugh. I thought I fell into the water, but I'm still on an island. No, this isn't an island. It is wait, what? Okay. It is the exposed bottom of the sea. Ganavra, I'm guessing. Miss Lees, are you all right? Wait. Are you alright? You were trying to lure the enemy, right? It's for the children's. If it's for the children's. Oh my god. I'm so tired. I can read, I promise. Give me a second. Take 2. Action. You were trying to lure the enemy, right? If it's for the children's sake, don't worry about them. Ran and the Yakshas are moving far away from here as we speak. What the? Then why come to me among all the choices? The children can't properly hide without you, so you coming here, that's why we have to kill the gods so that they can't come after the children anymore. If we kill them and send them to the afterlife, we can prevent their interference for several decades due to the resurrection waiting time. Miss Lees, let's put our differences aside and join hands in this fight. This is kind of coming full circle to what Asha said to her, having to put aside her differences to fight alongside of him. So I'm interested to see how she takes it and how she internalizes this and how her emotions kind of, how they show themselves. But yes, hello, my fellow Kuberas. Kick rocks low. Even when Gandhi does the right thing, it's the wrong thing. Oh, boy. He stinks. Miss Lee's, blah, blah, blah. They have similar hairstyle, things considered. There is also Kasak and another god who joined to help us. Another god is willing to help us. Could it be Agninim or Vayunim? What the? He's one of the gods who was present at Anatta's resurrection side. Weren't they on the same side? The god of light. Sora! Give me light! Light! Haha, yes, sir! He pulled out. That's the end of the chapter, though. I thought we'd have a bit more, but all right. He pulled up. You don't trust Indra. He a bum. Hell yeah. Anyways, I love you, Obama. You just missed Indra low. My question is if the only truth Indra told in the whole chapter was admitting to Sagara that he lied. Ooh, you think Indra's hiding something else? I think Indra's pretty good at like hiding his hand from everyone, even if they know he's up to something. They never know what exactly. Well, Lee was able to put up differences with Maruna's side. It might be harder with Ganhavra, but I think she'll be able to. Yeah. Surya stocks rising? Absolutely. And I already liked him. Based off of Saha. It just didn't get enough yet. I also want to like Varuna, all things considered, because water's my element. Oh, sweet panel Surya showing up there. Low pulled up right after Indra was cooking good. All right, let's read the blog post real quick and then we'll talk. We'll talk. To be continued. Kurigan's blog, King of Snakes 8. Priest of Water, fired. Ganhava's hair color and clothing are drawn to match the background, so you won't need to put much. So you don't need to put much meaning into it. If the background changes, I will draw him with light green hair again. Okay. The invisible breath also has invisible presence. Invisible breath is a cool skill when written down, but it's really hard to express it well in a drawing. If the opponent gets hit, the hit effect is at least revealed, but if they dodge or block it, it really has no presence. LOL. I think he did a good job, Kurigam. You kind of have to show like the impact of it. Like if it's fire or whatever and it hits like the water, show like the pressure of it going into the water and maybe a bit of steam evaporating if it's hot enough to do that without showing the literal breath. You can do it. You've gone way better. You're leaving? I just started. Someone said that the resurrection waiting time is hundreds of years, and that conflicts with the timing of the oracle given to Saha, but the resurrection waiting time is not hundreds of years, but decades. The reason it's not exactly set to a certain number of years, but only mentioned as decades, is because it's not always the same length. It wasn't Lee's who part of the sea, but Ganavra. I think we knew that, right? Did anyone think it was actually Lee's? So I guess Gandhi came because he already noticed that Surya had come to help. But I'll just put it on this guy for now. How we feel this week? What do we think? What we thinking? How we feeling? Not enough Asha for me, but great chapter, good stuff. Shout out to Surya, God of Light. We out here. He put the numbers on the board. I think Indra lied with the whole thing that the summoned gods transcendentals changed. The mysterious god Brahma has transcendentals. Indra was throwing on a full tangent when he found out that Vayu and Chandra hid information from him back when Usha's turned into a child, and now Surya actually lied to his face. Mr. King of Insecurities is going to be pissed. Yeah, he is. It said most of your transcendental traits, not all of them, and you might lose access to some and gain different abilities you don't have during your normal summoning method, if I'm remembering the rules, if you will, correctly. But yeah, how we feeling? How we feeling, gang? You guys like this? And when do I get King of Snakes 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? I've been waiting too long. Y'all need some help over there? Need someone to proofread? I can't clean, but I could read. I could proofread. That's all I got. I got no other skills to offer. If I could translate it to French. That's all I got. But it's I'm starting to think really and truly it is Varuna, maybe not Brahma. I'm not entirely sure. Like I was always not 100% convinced it was Brahma, even when Bao and Glam were saying it. I still thought to myself, Brahma's a very real candidate, and it makes a lot of sense with the cheerleading method looking the way it is, how big they are. Chandra also recently saying that if Brahma regains some of her power, which means she absorbs some of her creations, meaning that the universe is in more peril than is in more danger. It makes sense to me, but either outcome is interesting. I hope we get the reveal soon. But Gandhi pulling up to Lee's is just so crazy because Asha was right in a lot of ways. Indra mad at Surya for lying after he did nothing but lie to Surya. The Indra crash out was going to be diabolical. Yeah, for me, Kubera's always 10 out of 10. I'm not mad at it. Welcome, Go Comic. Well, after this chapter, Surya dethroned Vayu from being my third favorite god. My favorite god is still it's Yama, Agni, probably what? Who's third? I don't know. But Yama then Agni for now. Oh, the god of Earth, Kubera, god of Earth. He grew on me. He's growing on me. Indra probably hoped Surya would stay in the dark a little longer. Yeah, but he didn't realize that him saying Garuda instead of Taksaka was what gave him away. You can't keep the God of light in the dark. Well said. The God of darkness enlightened him. That was a good one. Um, yeah, man. I mean, good stuff as always. I got one of my friends that finally read Kubera. Oh man, I want my girlfriend to read it. I think she'd really like it. And it's so well written. I'm going to tell my friends to get into it. They're just, and one of my cousins is reading it, but he's a notoriously slow reader. Like, I've seen him take half an hour to read a One Piece chapter. Like, he might just be slow in the head, but, yeah, but yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I need more chapters. I need more chapters. So yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hold on, guys. Like him so saying his name wrong mo better. Mm, you're cuter. But yeah. Light and darkness teaming up, you love to see it. If she don't like it, she not the one. I'm sorry. She'll like it, don't worry. She'll like it. It's good stuff. There's no reason not to like Kubera. If you don't like it, you're just wrong. That's all it is. I'm not gonna tell you to feel otherwise, but you're not correct. You're incorrect. Sagara calling them backstabby like nasty because it's interesting. Vasuki just whipped, not saying nothing. Um, I'm interested in seeing how Asha and what happens with the Asha specifically too, and I guess we'll see how Ran and them protect the kids and whatnot. And Kasak out here doing the Kasak thing, just being a part of the greatest clan. You know what I'm saying, goaded and all that. So yeah, I'll try to look at. I want to see the invisible breath thing again. This was clean. So, right here is like where it's being blocked, I suppose. So is this actually the invisible breath being blocked upwards and it came down releases? Is that what happened? Because Asher said look up. Oh, that's what. That's how she got quote unquote knocked into the water. Okay, that makes sense. I thought she tried to fast skip away or something. Hold on. Senses it, blah blah blah, goes here. I thought I fell into the water. This is an island, no. And then gone hover, I split the sea like he's Jesus. You're not Jesus, bro. You're not Jesus. I thought it insinuated Brahma since Surya would have received the call first if it was anyone else, or was Varuna taking Kubera's spot in the Sura realm, level up, level her up higher than Surya. Would that work? Like be making it endless water instead of endless earth could make you like go up in the rankings? Because I know like your standards can fall and drop depending if your name is shouted or broken and certain things happening. Because it happened with Kubera and Manasavin and whatnot, and that's why he couldn't speak on whatever until he could to Utah and Lee's. So I guess the rankings can change and whatnot depending on certain things. I wonder what would have made Varuna go up though. I have all the questions about that underworld panel where Chandra casually, I come in peace with Zomberts gnawing on his ankles and Surya had his sword out. I wonder if this mysterious god is really Brahma. How did she get stronger? Maybe she absorbed the power of the gods or putting in that machine in Kubera and Kubera. It has to either be some weird method, maybe something to do with the way she was summoned. If you summon a primeval god, I suppose, I guess, with the cheerleader method, or she is actually absorbing some of her creations again to become stronger as she was towards the beginning of the universe. And because I think this is a possibility timeline, when she wants to destroy and reset, I could see it. I could see that being a possibility. Like there's certain things she's absorbed back into herself. I wonder if a partial reason that Lee doesn't like Indra is because he reminds her of Asha. Um, Elaborate on that. Give me examples. Like I know they're duplicitous and fictitious and they lie, manipulate, and scheme and whatnot, but Asha is still very self-serving, and while she may not be the god or commander of things, she's a pure-blooded human, and maybe now she's more Sura than human, and she acts on her own will for herself, and she'll kill anybody gets in the way. Where Indra is still subservient to Brahma, to order, things of that nature. So while I know there's a lot of commonality and overlap, I still think they're somewhat different and presented differently. I guess thematically, but like yeah, go into more detail for me. I wonder if a part. Wait, I read that already. If like actual smart writing and not just flashy fights, and you will like Kubera. I'll, I Again, I just think Kubera is a really good series, and you're just wrong if you don't like it. But again, I can't tell anybody. It's kind of how I feel about JoJo. Where I'm like, JoJo's probably not the best written series from a technical standpoint, and it's not for everybody, I suppose. But I think you don't have a soul if you hate JoJo. So that's it. You hate fun, you don't have a soul. And with Kubera, and with a lot of like manga and anime people, I see them like over analyze and dissect certain things, like Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff, and they're like, oh, Togashi is such a good writer, and Isayama, and it's like all the mangaka these losers think that they actually really respect. Like it's Kurigama. Like Kurigama's better than all of them. She'll write circles around them on their best day during their best arc on her worst day. That's Oda. That's Togashi. Name them. I don't care who it is. She's better than them. Now, if you want to talk about artistry and maybe like conveying certain things, and especially combat, that's a different story. But that's not her forte. Her pen is her sharpest thing, and she's gotten better as an artist, and she doesn't run from the grind like Tagashi. So I respect her a lot more. I'm pouring honey on Surya. I feel it. Kurigama makes like kaiju battles. I kind of agree with that. Like the really big kaiju battles are always really good and fun to watch. And again, since season 3 started, especially with like seeing older leads in the Surya realm with the shield and sword of Rei and everything blocking stuff and going crazy, it's gotten a lot better. Which I can respect. Like it may not be, I don't know, whatever Gosu or Noblesse or God of High School, whatever your favorite webtoon action series is, but she's gotten better, and she's still very good at expressing things through her artistry, whether it's like the sepia tone with no faces, using faces, expressions, knowing the right times to show somebody's eyes, like Indra, for example. Like she's very good at that kind of stuff, and I think that's more valuable in the long run. Sometimes that's just me though. But yeah, good chapter. It's like a 9 for me. Surya stocks are on the rise. That's my boy right now. Need more. I really hope it's Varuna so I can learn more about my water goddess. We out here, water tribe. We out here. That's the best element, man. Ice, steam, water, no matter what form it's in. That's the right element. Join the right side of history. That's why the greatest Pokemon of all time is the Swampert. The scene where Lee's went against The scene where Lee's went on her own against Certified Sona was so epic. That was good. When it comes to action, Gosu is unmatched. Kubera making even the slightest different expressions is a big deal in the series. Absolutely. And yeah, one thing I've always said about Gosu is I feel like Gosu's always had a very good sense of fighting with momentum, like the way people turn and twist to try to add like torque and more like speed and weight behind their attacks, especially my boy with the sword. He be spinning, man. Is there any chance Runa is still filling the Surya run with water? In this possible timeline thing, I guess. I don't see why not. But I want to know if doing that would weaken you or strengthen you overall. Like, when Endless Earth went away and Endless Water came, was that better for Varuna or worse for Varuna? Does that make sense? Kurigam's the only author that can make side characters feel like main characters. Or her character writing is actually A1, because I would genuinely argue with the... What is Brillith's dad name again? Talbot? Talith? What's Jabril's husband name again? Talith. He kind of lame to me. I kind of don't like Kadru, but like, I don't know that they're bad characters. I could definitely say with Brillith's dad, like I just don't care about him. I don't think his side story was very interesting. I don't know if it makes him a bad character, but for any character I don't like Gon Harva, Gon Harva is a great character. Gandhi's written absolutely phenomenally. I just don't like him. I hate Lorraine. Lorraine's not a bad character, but I just don't like her personally. And I think that's always a testament to a series having very strong characters, right? Where I can be like, personally, on a human level, subjectively and with bias, I don't like you, but objectively, being impartial and unbiased, you are extremely well written for this story or narrative, whatever the case may be, you know? And I think that's always a testament to how much I respect the series. Because I can be like, I don't like you, but damn. The writing around you is exceptional. Talith, there you go. Theoretically, it would give her more domain to rule over. I feel like Varuna should be tired of not powerhousing after filling a home run with water. I'm kind of with you, but again, I don't know how it fully works. Like, how did, because Surya is absolutely certain that Varuna is weaker than him, but why? And the only thing that would have really changed is the endless water thing. So I guess we have to see how it shapes and plays out and whatnot. But if you guys would rate this chapter this week, what would you rate it out of 10? And on top of that, what is everyone's favorite piece of dialogue and what is your favorite panel? My favorite panel is the last one with Surya pulling up to Varuna Brahma, whatever cheerleader god, and there's the one where they're blocking Taksaka. Give me a second. There it is. Oh, I know this one. No, this panel is clean. The block. This is clean. This is kind of goated. My favorite piece of dialogue is actually probably Indra, like knowing, like using certain things to like know that this nigga's lying. Or maybe Surya. Hold on, let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. Let me see something. Give me a second. When does he sense these? Garuda, for real? It's vague. That's an obvious lie. Yeah, I gave him wrong information on purpose. I switched Taksaka out with Garuda. Okay, yeah, cause that was smart. I'm like, he wouldn't have got me. I wouldn't have lied. I'd have been like, cause like for me, I know me, like, because I don't like him. I want to be openly defiant. So he'd be like, oh, did you sense them? And I'm like, I'm not telling you shit, nigga. And now it just disappeared. If you want to know, come find me and come run my fade. Like, just fight me then. Like, I'm not telling you nothing. I'm not lying about it. I'm just gonna go do what I gotta do. And if you want to get involved and I don't like the way you're getting involved, you gonna get clapped. This is literally that simple. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to bro. I'm just gonna let him know I don't like him. I don't care about his feelings, what he thinks, and what he wants. That's it. Favorite panel was Chibi Sona. Okay, fair enough. That was funny. Okay. I think what makes Kubera so special is how she has a side quest and fits in. I said she has side quests and fits into the main plot so seamlessly, which is really hard to do. I actually argue that the side stories are so good they're imperative to the story. You cannot experience Kubera in its entirety without experiencing Wish, In My Delusions, 1 to 3, Whistling, and things of that nature. They're imperative to the story. Even Black Bear, the Fox, whatever it was called, with Jambavan, you don't have the full picture of Kubera without that. Like, imagine not seeing Shiva use erasing existence on Manasa, the original time axis with the great snake Ananta. You're missing a lot. you need to engage with the side story. You don't have the only like ancillary thing I don't think you have to experience, though I still read it like 3 years ago, is her, was it a light novel or novel short story, whatever it was, The Finite with Taksaka. The Finite, that, even though we got an art called The Finite, that's the only thing I don't think you have to read. Because I heard that it might not necessarily even be canon anymore. I don't remember what y'all were telling me, how canon it still is or not, but it's not an absolute necessity. So that's the only thing. But the side stories, you gotta read them. They're so good and they're very integral to the story. But you guys don't have any final comments, questions, or concerns and theories, I'm gonna push on to the next series. I'll wait for a bit, but this is a good chapter. Part of me was actually secretly hoping 2 would drop. I was hoping we get 8 and 9 by the time I came back, but it's okay. I'll be patient. I'll be patient, I suppose. I'm just gonna sit here. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna get a drink of water when I come back. All right, people. Kubera gang, I appreciate you guys sliding through. We'll be back whenever the next chapter drops. If it drops early, I'll try to get to it early. If not, it'll be next Monday. Just remember, there's a bunch of episodes on my Patreon. I did drop the members reaction on YouTube. So if you're a member, you can on my YouTube you can watch King of Snakes 1 already before I publicly drop it, whatever. And we going to transition to Tower of God. Thank you, Kubera Gang, for coming through. It's TOG time. November Patreon. I appreciate you guys as always the support. I need it. I really do. We got to get more people. But shout out to the CBLs, the Certified BAM Lovers. That's the first tier. I appreciate you guys. But also a huge shout out to the Priest of Fire. They might be the real CBL. That's Brillith Gang. The best character in Kubera. But the biggest shout out to the 5th Zen Gods. Shout out to my tier 3s. Shout out to Johnny Rogers, Ketan, Lucky Roo, Muzaka, Revenant, Scobe, Simi, Wolf, Zyler Scotty, Big Abdel, Agrona Vitera, Childish Nujabis, Cisco, Gray, and Huey. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. It's winter. It's getting cold. I'm going to need to warm myself up with some money. Yeah.